I farm just outside of Chicago, Illinois. We're about 50 miles straight west. A corn and soybean operation. I farm with my son and son-in-law. So I started farming in the mid-70s, came out of high school, started farming with my dad. My other brothers did too. By the mid-80s, there was 3 of us farming with Dad. We had a huge farm, 2,500 acres at the time, fed cattle on 3 farms, pigs on 2 farms. And then the mid-80s hit, and the economy went to hell. My dad lost a couple farms during that time, and we all kind of split up just to survive. We each went our own directions, and it kind of worked out well. At the time, it didn't seem like it, but it did, because there was a lot of management potential there, and it's tough to have 4 bosses. And by going our own separate ways, we each got to grow our own operations. So I have 3 kids. My oldest son, Scott, is in Minnesota. He works for Cargill. He is married almost 20 years now. He has 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. And then my daughter is in the Peoria area, has 3 boys that are keeping her very busy. My son Dale farms with me. His husband has a farm store. They're doing quite a business. When he graduated from college, I started giving him the smaller pieces of land that I had. Most of it's rented land that we farm. So I kept handing parcels to him to grow his operation. After 20 years now, he has just overtaken me in acres. So over half the operation is his. It works out really well. He makes all of his decisions, buying, selling, what he wants to plant. We do a teamwork deal and the work as far as we get things done, but we each make our own decisions. One of that's primarily driven by something I've heard being in the industry, talking to a lot of farmers. I've met a lot of people in their 50s and 60s that still don't make any decisions because Dad's in charge. And I never wanted that to happen. I wanted my son to have management capability and be able to do what he wanted to do from the beginning. So he's had that latitude to do that, to fall on his face, get back up again. And it was, it's all part of it. I did it, he did it. I think back on conservation measures and the way we've done things on the farm. When I started farming, we plowed everything. Dissed it twice, field cultivated it twice. Some of that was for weed control. Over the years, we've pared that down. We went to chisel plowing, to deep ripping, and now our operation is predominantly no-till because of better equipment. We can take these planters out into a field and move the trash out of the way with hydraulic downforce, plant that seed on an even plane, give it the same chance that we were doing with tillage, creating that seed bed. It's a way we can farm quite a bit of ground with very limited labor and get a lot done and keeping our investments low. I've been an early adopter of technology. I had one of the first yield monitors around. The reason for adoption was just to see what was going on, where the yields were coming from. We had an inkling that something was going on with variability, but once we got a yield monitor, then we really saw the variability in the field. Then try to figure out what happened, why did that happen, and could we fix it? A lot of that's driven by just doing better. We can manage the operation better, manage the size of the operation better. 2018, I joined the Illinois Soybean Association. 2019, I became vice chairman. 2021, I became chairman. It was quite a ride, but there was a lot of really cool things that we got to do there. So to be a master farmer, it's a little bit humbling. I never thought I'd be that old. It used to be always the old guys that were there, but guess what? I look in the mirror and I'm somebody's grandpa. It's quite rewarding to have gained that award, but I tried to be a good farmer and be a good leader in whatever organization I was in, and it's great to be honored.